Yo, what it do? Huge news for the Las Vegas Raiders and the offensive line ranked 18th. Is this disrespect or is this where they should be? All that and more on Raiders Unleashed.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song, he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms
Oh,
the
sweetness. Look at that
big
moves.
and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Hey, you know what I like to do? Just follow me on this.
Hey, that fire still burns bright here in Las Vegas.
And one future.
Boys,
Talk about commitment to excellence, just win, baby. Once a Raider, always a Raider. You walk in this building, you can feel it.
It starts with our DNA, ill intent, physicality.
7 memorable decades, 30 Pro Football Hall of Famers, 25 postseason victories,
More to come.
5 AFL and AFC
And more to come.
championships, and 3 Super
And
Bowl
lots more to
titles.
come.
Though names, faces, and locations have changed, one constant remains: the unyielding will to win.
Yo, what's good? What's good? And Mr. Rogers Raider Hood, what it do? Welcome everybody already in the building. Appreciate y'all pulling up, rocking with me, even though it's late. I tried to get on earlier, but you know, it is what it is. You know how we do it around here. So appreciate y'all, man. We got some huge news. The Kansas City Chiefs star receiver could be missing a couple games, right? He got a little slap on the wrist because God, Lord knows, if that was me, I'd be sitting in prison right now, guaranteed. So that's all I'll say about that. But he is on 5 years probation. Oh, with 30 days jail time that he gets to serve whenever the hell he feels like is good for him. So, man, shout out to my guy Rice for getting a good lawyer and beating the system. But it has a lot to say for the way people think about society, right? And I'll just say I'll stop with that. Other huge news, right? TJ Watt has been now paid the highest paid non-quarterback in the history of the NFL. A couple months ago, it was our own Max Crosby. He destroys those numbers, blows them out of the water. And I don't know how to talk about who the best defensive tackle in the NFL or defensive end in the NFL is. With numbers like that, with stats like that, I mean, come on, almost double digits his whole entire career. There's a reason the man just broke the bank, didn't even hit the bank. He ran straight through that shit, took everything in it, right? So, 123 M's for 3 years? Oh, good Lord. I wish my sacks were with that kind of money. I'm just telling you. I'd sell both of them right now. But yeah, and it's kind of funny. $108 million guaranteed. And maybe I'm the only one to notice this, but if you look at Mr. Watt's career, it's awful funny. He has 108 career sacks. 108 million guaranteed. Coincidence? Y'all tell me. So, what's good, Raider Ryan in the building, man? I hope you're feeling better. Hope all is well. That probably wasn't the right comment to make, but I appreciate you being in the building, my guy. pull this chat so I can see everything. Unleashed Raiders starting it off with the $5 bang, right? Appreciate you in the building. I have to put on glasses to read it because I have no idea what that shit says. I won't be able to chat, Rebel, but I'm here watching. Nah, that's cool. Get your work in. Get your work in. Y'all see the color of my skin? It looks a little better. Had to mess with the camera, but now I look like I'm sunburnt. But I probably am because I was out in the damn clouds today. Nasty work out there. Nasty work. Must be nice, right? It must be nice. And shout out to my guy Raider Ryan, the third longest member of the Raider Unleashed family. I appreciate you, my guy, for rocking with me for 3 months. Means a lot. All rookies under contract now. Let's go. Well, I mean, since you just started my next segue, the big news for the Las Vegas Raiders, and the one that everybody's been waiting to hear. No, Colton Miller hasn't been given a big contract yet. No, Jacoby Myers still will be playing under his original contract. But the big news is second round pick Jack Beck will be on paper in the building. I believe he was out there today. So huge news for the Las Vegas Raiders. Maybe this quiets down all the talk about the Raiders having to go and get a receiver. But not completely, because we're still going to talk about one. So, man, James Firpo, Raiders. Appreciate you, my guy. Man, I got some heartburn. Lil White in the building. Yo, I tried to put a Lil White song on the intro, but check it out. They want me to pay for it, which is no problem. I mean, I give them the money. But every time I play the damn song, he gets 50% of that video. So Lil White could take his song and spin on that. Maybe I'll clip some Lil White sayings and put it in there. I don't know. But, you know, since you said that, Ferp, I was really looking forward to making a new intro with Lil White. But I ain't giving that dude my money. He got enough, bro. And it's not like, I mean, it wouldn't do shit to him. He wouldn't even notice he got it. So shout out to my guy, Lil White Rebel in the building. But yeah, man, so how y'all feel about Jack Besh being in the building? Is this Raiders, you know, offense, receiver core complete, do you feel? Or do you still feel like we need to go out and get one more guy and, you know, send another young guy home or put him on a practice squad and have somebody come steal him and, you know, turn him into a superstar? I mean, it happens all the time here in Raider Nation. So, and our offensive line has been ranked 18th by NFL. Geno Smith should be absolutely salivating, right? He should have drool running down his mouth. He should be thanking God every single second, not just when he wakes up or goes to bed, but all day long. Because the team he left has the 30th ranked offensive line in the NFL. It was ranked in the 20s last year. I'll get into where they were ranked last year, where we were ranked last year. Is this improvement? Is this disrespect for the Las Vegas Raiders and their coaching staff, you know, to have us at 18th? Or do y'all feel like that's where we should be, somewhere in there? Or do you feel the number's too high? Let me know in the comments, and we'll break it down, man. So, we left off yesterday, and nobody is in the building that was in here yesterday, but I said I'd break down some shit that we would go over. So let's go over it, right? So let's back up so I can see what y'all see. All right, so y'all fucking killing me. Why are you not on the touchdowns? Son of a bitch. Damn it, give me a second. It's always something, man. It's always something. The shit's up. It's running. It's ready to go. Except for I can't see them all. All right, so now we're back. Back again. So somebody asked yesterday in the live, who was the leaders, right? I gave my predictions yesterday. Where's my phone? Make sure I remember. I gave my predictions yesterday on sacks for, as a whole, and then as a group. Tyler Hilton, what's good, man? Hey, what's up? I can't wait till my team and you guys play. No trolling or anything. No, man, it's good. It's good. Welcome to the channel. You're like the third or fourth Kansas City Chief fan that comes and hangs out in here, so you're more than welcome to hang out. We should be able to get along, right, as a society. And there's my other guy right there, Chiefs fan 69. See, so damn, where's all my Raider fans at? I'm just kidding. But yeah, welcome my guy Tyler. I appreciate you pulling up, and you're more than welcome to stay, comment all you want. So here's what we had yesterday, is what we talked about, where I had everybody. Actually, I got some more news to talk about. We'll get into that now before I get into everything else, because it's going to take a little long. What's good, my guy? Chiefs fan 69. Best number in the building. So the Las Vegas Raiders add more humiliation to our, dismal last century, 20 years, 30, 40 years, however long it's been that we've been horrible. My whole life, pretty much, except for, 1983 on, which is pretty much my whole life. So the Raiders, once again, man, as we crack into the worst coaches of a century. Does anybody know who was on that list and what Raiders made the list of the worst coaches of the last century? I'll give you a minute while I take a drink. See how much Raider info y'all know. Shout out to the 9 people in the building. If you're watching this on Facebook, jump over to the tube, Raiders Unleashed. Join the family, join the talk. Or you can chat from there. I guess we can see it from there too. So, the Raiders' worst 2 coaches in the last century are, drum roll please, Dennis Allen and Art Shell. All right, let me know in the comments before I even start talking about it. How do y'all feel about this statement? Dennis Allen and Art Shell. I mean, to me, right off the bat, I can think of a whole bunch, right? Lane Kiffin. I mean, Dennis Allen didn't do great, but neither did Lane Kiffin, right? Dick Daniels? Josh McDaniels? I mean, let me know how y'all feel about it. See, Raider Ryan says McDummy, Dick Daniels. I think you guys better than Denver and Los Angeles. Man, I hope so too. And I hope you're right. But you don't feel we're better than you? You don't think we're better than the Kansas City Chiefs? That's good, because I don't either. But I feel it's going to be close, man. We're getting up there, right? We've gone over this roster. I talked about the takeaways yesterday. But let me know how y'all feel about this statement. Dennis Allen and Art Shell. Are they the worst 2 coaches in the last century for the Las Vegas Raiders? I want to know how y'all feel about it. Because, man, I could think of a whole list of coaches. I mean, Art Shell, what is he talking about? Art Shell? How is he even in that conversation? Because one of those runs was pretty good, right? I mean, one of them was horrible. 2-13, 2-14. I think we scored 10 points a game. Okay, they might be right. But he had 2 stints, so I don't know what they're saying on there. All right, let's get into the topic at hand, man, because y'all can't see me, and I'm just up here blabbering. Actually, let's fix that. Let's fix that so y'all can see me. Which one of these bitches work the best? Y'all like that one? I kind of like that one. I'm cool with that. Somehow I gotta get in the screen. All right, yo. So turnover leaders last year. I went with the top, but somebody wanted to know all, right? And where my prediction would kind of fit, I guess, in this year coming up, you know, if these predictions kind of stayed the same. So let's get into it. The Buffalo Bills had a total. It's not gonna let me get. All right, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Damn it. I can't see the chat for a minute. If anybody comes in, please let them know if they panties getting a bunch because I'm not reading their comments. So here we go. The Buffalo Bills had 32 takeaways. They had 16 flipping fumbles. Whew. Oh, and 16 interceptions. Okay, right. Never mind. I can't see the chat. I can go back. I just didn't have the right category. Got it. All right. And the other ones is giveaways. All right. So they had 32 turnovers, or they takeaways. They created 16 interceptions and 16 fumbles. And in a minute, if you missed yesterday's show, I'll give you my prediction where I think the Raiders are going to be turnover-wise as a group for each group, position group. Giveaways. They only had 6 interceptions and only put the ball on the ground 2 times, bro. 2 times. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills. That's how you make the playoffs, and that's how you become a dynasty, right? Turnovers. You win the turnover game more than likely in the NFL, and you can put points on the board, you're going to win 99% of the time. It's a proven fact. So the Green Bay Packers had 31. They had, I keep forgetting, 17 interceptions. Oh my God, Big Mike's, Jersey Mike's kill me. Heartburn. Whew. They caused 14 fumbles. that defense is banging, bro. Banging. So I made a statement yesterday. You know, the Buffalo Bills defense, I was completely wrong. Completely wrong. Last year, they were the best they've been in many, many years. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, 17 interceptions, 16 fumbles. They had 16 interceptions, but they put the ball on the ground 11 flipping times. No wonder they lost in the first round of the playoffs. You can't turn the ball over in the NFL. Ask Patrick Mahomes what it feels like to throw 6 interceptions in the Super Bowl. Sorry, Chiefs fans. So Green Bay Packers had 17 interceptions. They caused 14 fumbles. They threw 11 interceptions. Ooh, that's not bueno. That's no bueno. And they put the ball on the ground 8 times. 8 times, not a good stat. The Los Angeles Chargers are arch rivals, and you know, even the people in the buildings, nemesis, right? Y'all got to look out for the Chargers. I thought it was the Broncos we have to worry about. I think it's both, man. I really do. And we'll get into that in a minute. Somebody remind me to talk about the AFC West. All right, it's logged in. So the Chargers, they created 15 interceptions, 6 fumbles. They only threw 3 interceptions. That's scary for the AFC West. Let that sink in, Chiefs fans. Let that sink in, Raider fans. Our defenses have to be lights out, right? And I'm saying like, you know, like we might have to tag team that come up with a plan to tag team the rest of the AFC West, right? As long as we beat the Broncos. No, I can't work with y'all. I can't. And they put the ball on the ground 6 times. Not a bad number, right? For an NFL team, 17 games. You know, you only put the ball on the ground 6 times. You know, I rock with that. the Minnesota Vikings absolutely just murdered it. 33 turnovers, 24 interceptions. That defensive backfield is absolutely disgusting. And man, I hope our backfield is like that one day. I really, really do. Like this year, like this day, you know, opening season day. They caused 9 fumbles, but they had 12 interceptions themselves. So that cuts away half of what they got, right? That's not good. It's not good in the NFL. And they laid the ball on the turf 9 times. 9 times. Next up is the Philadelphia Eagles, which would be what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not labeled, I'm sorry. Number 6. Philadelphia Eagles were plus 11 in the turnover ratio. All the other guys were plus 12 and 16. I forgot to mention that in case anybody cares. So, I need to get back in this camera. There we go. There we go. Much better. Philadelphia, defending Super Bowl champions. They caused 13 interceptions, and they made the opposing team put the ball on the ground 13 times. 13 and 13. They only threw 6 interceptions, but they had 9 fumbles. I don't know who those fumbles were. I think a couple were Jalen Hurts. But man, if some of those were Saquon Barkley, that's not good. But they still won a Super Bowl, so it really doesn't matter, right? A total of 15 giveaways. Next on this list, damn, this is bad for us. It's the Houston Texans, who got better. I mean, they got better. They got better. 19 interceptions, 10 fumbles, 29 total. But they also had 12 interceptions and laid the ball on the ground 7 times for a total of 19. The Detroit Lions is next on the list with 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles caused for a total of 24. But they threw 12 interceptions and only laid the ball down 3 times. Man, you put the ball on the turf 3 times in a season. That's kudos to you, right? Kudos to you with a total of 15. Next up, another team we play. It's not looking good, bro. The teams on this list with the most turnovers caused, a lot of them play the Las Vegas Raiders. A quarterback with the most turnovers plays for the Las Vegas Raiders. And no, his name is not AOC the Cerebral Assassin. The Chicago Bears caused 11 interceptions and 13 fumbles. Damn, they was laying the lumber, bro. They're cleaning house. And shout out to the chat. I can't see y'all. I'll get to y'all in a minute. 13 fumbles for a total of 24 caused turnovers. Themselves. Caleb Williams, not bad for a rookie quarterback, man. 7 interceptions. They put the ball on the ground 9 times for a total of 16. Next up is the Baltimore Ravens. 12 interceptions, 5 fumbles for a total of 17. They only threw 4 interceptions, but they laid the ball down 17 times for a total of 11. And I don't know, the Eagles was 8th, right? 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. That puts them at 12th. The Denver Broncos are 13th on this list. Turnovers last year, plus 6, 15 interceptions, 10 fumbles, but they threw Bo Nix, or should we say Bo Picks? Bo Picks? I'm going to go with Bo Picks. 12 interceptions, laid the ball down 7 times for a total of 19 giveaways, and still made the playoffs. That says a lot about a team. It says a lot about a team. Next on this list is y'all's guys. 14th, the Kansas City Chiefs. 13 interceptions. That's good, man. I don't think we had 13 interceptions in the last 2 years. Caused 7 fumbles. You know, nothing major. But they also threw 11 interceptions. Kind of an off year for Patrick Mahomes. The last time he threw over 10 interceptions, I believe, was the year he had like 50 touchdowns. So, not good for them. They only put the ball on the ground 3 times for a total of 4 giveaways. That's why they're back in the Super Bowl. That is the 4th team we play this year at number 14. And number 15 will be the 5th team we play this year. Yes, the Lightning Bugs. With 13 interceptions, 7 fumbles for a total of 20. But they also gave the ball up 9 times in the air, 5 times on the ground for a total of 14. The Cincinnati Bengals are 15th on this list. 15 interceptions, 10 fumbles, 25 total, 9 interceptions, 13 fumbles. Man, I know what I'd be doing as a coach. We're running fumble drills all practice long for the running backs, receivers, anybody that dropped the ball. You are getting beat to death trying to run through the gauntlet. That's what we're doing. But I'm not the coach. So, number 14, 15, 16, number 17 is the 6th team we play this year. The Washington Commanders. I guess this is not I guess it is in order by total, not by number. So 7 interceptions. Not really scared of that defense. They lost Jeremy Chin to our side. Welcome to the dark side, Jeremy Chin. It's going to be a great year for you, my guy. A great, great year. Oh, shit. Which one was I on? Oh, the Washington Commanders. So they had 10 fumbles for a total, or caused 10 fumbles for a total of 17 turnovers caused. But it really doesn't matter if you cause 17 turnovers when your offense does you dirty and has 9 interceptions, 7 fumbles for a total of 16. So basically, yeah, you got it. They were +1. +1. Bro, it's a long time till we get to us. A long, long time. So pack up, pull up, roll up, do what you got to do. The New Orleans Saints, and we're starting to get to the negatives. At number 18, caused 14 interceptions, 3 fumbles for a total of 17. Their defense was putting in work, right? But their offense, was giving it right back. They was giving it back hard. 12 interceptions, 7 fumbles for a total of 19 giveaways to only 17 takeaways. Yes, -2. Next up on the list, it's the Jets. 7 interceptions, 10 fumbles, 17. 11 giveaways. Aaron Rodgers, 8 fumbles for a total of 19. Arizona Cardinals had 8 for a total of 17. They had 11 interceptions for 9 and 9 fumbles for a total of 20, -3. Indianapolis, 16 interceptions. That defensive backfield is nasty, nasty. 9 takeaways on the ground, 25 turnovers caused, man. But then you go to the other side. 19 interceptions, 10 fumbles, 29 turnovers. Redonkulous. Carolina Panthers, 9 interceptions, 8 fumbles, 15 interceptions, giveaways, 7 interceptions, -5. Miami Dolphins, 10-6. They gave away 10 and 11, 21 total for -5. Tampa Bay, 7 takeaways in the air, 11 on the ground. Baker Mayfield, yes, he had 42 touchdowns, so I think he makes up for it. But he threw 16 interceptions. And, you know, when you have 40-something plus touchdowns, you can afford to take some chances. But when your defense is only taking away 18 takeaways in a season, that's 1 a game, and you're giving away 16 interceptions and 7 fumbles, 23 takeaways, bro, you're not going to win in the playoffs like that. You're not going to win in the playoffs like that. Atlanta had 12 interceptions, 6 forced fumbles for 18. They also gave away 19 interceptions, laid it on the ground 5 times for 24 turnovers in a season that is -6. The Dallas Cowgirls, 13 takeaways in the air, 9 on the ground, but they gave away 16 interceptions and 8 fumbles for a total of 28 giveaways. Whoo, 28 giveaways, 22 takeaways. You do the math. -5. And if you don't know how the minus and plus works in the NFL, now you know. They take the positive total from the takeaways, total from the giveaways, and that's what you're left with. So, the Seattle Seahawks. Now, this is a team that Geno Smith played for last year. And a lot of blame goes on the offensive line, right? However, his team caused 18 takeaways, 13 interceptions, 5 forced fumbles for a total of 18. But they gave away 16 interceptions. Which Geno, I thought, only had 15. So maybe somebody else threw one. I don't know. But they had 16 interceptions, laid the ball down 8 times for a total of 24. That's a -6 takeaway advantage. The Giants, only 5 takeaways. This is a team we play this year. Oh, the Cowboys is a team we play also. The Giants, only 5 interceptions, but they had 10 forced fumbles. We all know that defensive front is solid as hell. So when it comes to the, to the New York Giants, who got my quarterback over there, shout out to everybody in the building pulling up. I haven't forgot about you. I'll get to you as soon as I'm done with this. We're almost there. So the New York Giants, 15 total takeaways, 10 forced fumbles, but they gave away 23, 13 interceptions, 10 fumbles. Not very good numbers. San Francisco 49ers, a team that was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, -10. They had 11 interceptions. They took the ball away 16 times on the ground for a total of 17. But they gave up 16 interceptions and 11 fumbles for a total of 27 giveaways. You think that's bad? We're about to be up. We're about to be up. The New England Patriots. This is a team we play this year. They only had 12 takeaways. This makes me happy, right? This makes me happy. The first game of the year, but they also added Robert Spillane. They also added Caleb Chasen. They also added Marcus Epps. And somebody else that wasn't a Raider that I can't think of. That's going to be a problem. But the New England Patriots, right? They had 7 interceptions, 5 forced fumbles, 12 takeaways. But they gave the ball away 11 times in the air, 12 on the ground for a total of 23. That is -11. Jacksonville Jaguars, another team we play this year, right? Very early. We can get them, get them pretty early. So, Jacksonville Jaguars, 9 takeaways, -15 in the -15 in the takeaways. Our turnovers. What the hell am I trying to say? They only had 6 interceptions. They forced 3 fumbles for a total of 9, but they gave the ball away 15 times in the air with 9 fumbles. Man, this league was fumbling all over the place last year, bro. Almost every team is in the double digits in fumbles. What is going on with that? For a total of 24, like we said, -15, but that's not all. The Las Vegas Raiders. Yes, we are 30th last year. But I guarantee you that changes this year. Guaranteed. And it shouldn't be hard to change. I didn't say by 10. I said I guarantee you it changes, right? So hit me up in the comments, but it will. Promise. The Las Vegas Raiders, -16 in the turnovers. But we had 10 interceptions, man. 10 interceptions. That's not bad. I believe Trayvon had 4 of them, 3 of them. I believe Robert Spillane had 2 of them. So that's half. So half of our turnovers left in free agency. And hopefully we brought some guys in that can double those numbers. But, man, I don't know. The only one I'm hopeful for is the rookie, Darian Porter Jr. So 10 interceptions. We only forced 3 fumbles, bro. This defensive line was beat up, was battered. But we brought in a lot of guys that played well. They just couldn't force turnovers. 3 turnovers? Welcome back, Malcolm Kuntz. I cannot wait. Can we get a thumbs up in the chat, man? If you're excited for Malcolm Kuntz to be back, give me a thumbs up in the chat, please. Malcolm Kuntz had 3 forced turnovers by himself the year before. Little tidbit. On the other hand, the Raiders had 16 interceptions, 13 fumbles. 13. Everybody wants to talk shit about my boy Dylan Labe, who put the ball on the ground one time. One time. One in the preseason that doesn't count. Wasn't in the season. One time, bro. But the rest of the team had 15, and this man never got another snap. And y'all still criticize this dude. I don't get it. I don't get it. Know your football. All right, so the last 2 teams on this list we play, which is a very, very huge positive for the Las Vegas Raiders. Shout out to the 14 rocking with me in the building. If you're on Facebook, I appreciate you. And keep chatting. I'm going to get to it in a minute. Minus 16, the same as us. They had 11 interceptions, 7 forced fumbles for a total of 18. That's way better than us. Wait, how is it the same? They had 21 interceptions and laid the ball down 13 times for a total of 34. Now, they got Cam Ward, but Cam Ward also is known for giving the ball up, whether it's on the ground or whether it's in the air. Now, not a lot, but he does have a whole bunch, a list. I think it was like 20 plus plays that, could have been turnover or turnover worthy plays. I think that's how they word it. So 34 giveaways, 18 takeaways. Yes, this defense improved, but I'm not scared of this defense at all. The Cleveland Browns. Why would you pay Myles Garrett all this money, bro? Look, check me out. You just gave Myles Garrett the second highest paid non-player in NFL history, and he's done nothing to help this franchise. I mean, he has done everything, but what he has done has not been able to help you get over the horrible run organization like the Raiders used to be. The offenses, they paid Deshaun Watson. Come on. And now they're trying to go with Joe Flacco over Shador Sanders. Come on, man. Why would you pay that man? Y'all should have traded him. You should have let him go and got everything you possibly could to try to build this franchise, because a 30-something-year-old man is not a guy you build your franchise around and pay all that money, so you can't afford to pay anybody else. And I will say, I bitched about Max Crosby getting more money, because he signed his contract. And if you sign a contract and you get all your guaranteed money up front, I feel like you shouldn't be able to bitch when it's, contract still 2 years and you have no guaranteed money. That's the deal you signed, right? That's the deal your agent worked. Bitch at your agent, not the team. So, the same goes for Colton Miller. In this situation, you signed that contract that guaranteed you all your money up front, whatever it was that you got. And now you're like, bro, I don't want to play a whole season with no guaranteed money. Well, damn, you should have thought about that before that greed took over and said, yeah, give me all this money up front. So, on my last year, I'm paying for no guaranteed money because you think you're good enough to get a restructure, or, they're just going to automatically throw money at you. That's not the way it works in the NFL. So I don't, but what I'm getting at is shout out to Spytech for getting to Max Crosby early, because if we didn't and waited 40 plus mil, 123 for 3 years, TJ Watt got, is what Max would be looking at. But if you think for 1 second that we got off cheap at $33 million a year from Max Crosby, you're fucking delusional, bro. Not cheap. If you look at the other numbers and other stats, and I don't want to hear about the pressures, 90 pressures in a season, It's just 90 failed opportunities to get to the quarterback, in my opinion. So, in 2 more years, he's playing without guaranteed money again. So don't think with all these guys going up, and I guarantee you Michael Parsons is going to be somewhere around 200 million, probably, 45, 48 million dollars a season. So when Max Crosby's, in 2 more years rolls around, if y'all want Max Crosby to be in the nation, be ready to pay that dude the highest paid again, right? It's just the way it goes with these guys. They say they want to win championships. It's all about winning championships. But taking away guaranteed money when you can sign other guys from a team that you're on, same situation with LeBron James and the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan, but 54 mil? Come on, man. Do you really need the money? Do you really? Do you really? You're building a brand new mansion in LA as we speak. Greed is a horrible thing, horrible thing. So the Cleveland Browns are last on the list, yo, with 14. 4. Yeah, you wish it was 14, Browns fans. 4 interceptions caused and only 8 fumbles from a defensive line that has the second highest paid defensive end in NFL history. And you only got 8 fumbles? You only got 8 fumbles from your defensive line? Come on, man. Stop playing with that. 12 total takeaways, and they had 34 giveaways, 23 interceptions, 11 fumbles. That's crazy wild, bro. Crazy wild. So that's where we ranked last year. Now, my numbers were, if anybody cares, let's compare them. Notes. Where's the note? No, that's photos. Notes. Ha 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 ha. What the fuck? Did it not save? Oh, okay. Had me worried. So I had the Las Vegas Raiders with 50 sacks this year. 50 sacks. The leader was the Denver Broncos last year with 63. I feel like defensive front, 7, 8, 9, however many they want to put out there, is solid, and they're going to eat. That's how I feel. And I feel also Pete Carroll's not afraid to blitz his corners, blitz his safeties. So put that out there. I had us. And I didn't talk about, so we'll talk about it now, or here in a minute. I didn't mark all this shit. Alright, so I had us forcing 10 fumbles, which would put us One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would put us in the top 12 or 13 percentage of last year's. Now this year, everybody's going to get more. It's all going to change. But if we force 10 fumbles, that puts us somewhere in the top, 12? 12 to 15 range, defensive wise, in takeaways. For fumbles, I'll take that. Interceptions. I had us with 12, right? That puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That puts us 24th, bro. 24th. I was absolutely way off. I thought. But I went back and looked over it. And I don't know where these interceptions are going to come from. I don't. I gave you my numbers yesterday. And man, if we get more than 12 turnovers or 12 interceptions, I would be surprised. So somebody's going to have to go off, or everybody's going to have to get one interception on the team, right? You know, I didn't give any interceptions to the defensive line, which is kind of stupid because there's always tip balls and somebody on the defensive line always, you know, gets a turnover. Except last year, the only one we had was Kaylavon Chasen, if I do remember right, in a Broncos game. I think that was the only interception from the defensive lineman was Kaylavon Chasen. So, you know, I got us at 12 interceptions. But I'm going to bump that way up, bro. I'm going to bump that way up. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to leave that there. I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to leave it. That's my numbers. Now, fumble-wise, Trey Tucker. How many fumbles do you think Trey Tucker has this year? I'm going to say 0. Jacorian Bennett, I'm going to say 0. Dante Thornton, I'm going to say 0. Jack Besh, I'm going to say 0. Tommy Malott, I don't think he's going to get the ball enough, and I hope he doesn't have any fumbles. So I'm hoping for 0, right? What the fuck is mystery? Oh, other receivers, because we don't know who they're going to be, right? It could be a two out of 6, right? 6 other guys, we can only keep 2 of them, or 8. Yeah, 6 other guys, we can only keep 2. Hopefully none of them fumble, but I feel there will be a fumble somewhere by a receiver, a strip ball, or a running back. And I hope it's not the receivers, man. I really hope so. Brock Bowers, Big Mike, I don't see fumbling. Ashton Genty. Man, I hope he doesn't fumble at all. I hope he doesn't fumble at all. But this is the NFL. And, you know, I'm going to have to give him at least 1 or 2, right? As a rookie in the NFL. So I'm going to say Ashton Genty with 2. Raheem Mostert. Man, I hope 0, but if you look at his stats and his numbers, at least once. I mean, I'll give him 1 or 2. Zamir White, if he makes this team, more than likely 1 or 2. Sincere McCormick doesn't really put the ball on the ground, but he can't stay healthy, so I don't know, you know, health is an issue in the NFL. So if he's on the field, I'm going to say the same thing. I think 1 or 2, right? 1 or 2. So I'm hoping interception-wise, Geno Smith. Man, I want to say under 10, but I don't know, bro. He hasn't had under 10 in his whole entire career. What makes me think he can go in there and do it now? Chip Kelly's offense and Pete Carroll. I'm going to give Geno exactly 10 interceptions. That's what I think. If he can have 10 and 30-plus touchdowns, the 40 that I think he's going to have by my math I did yesterday, then we're golden, right? We're golden. That would give us, you know, 10 interceptions, 4 or 5 fumbles. What's the average? Okay. So the team that fumbled the least last year, oh, we have Geno on our team. Fuck. So I say 4 or 5 fumbles from Geno. 9 last year. He's had 6+, I think, every year of his career, right? I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to give Geno 4. I say between our running backs, I don't want to name them because I don't want to jinx nobody. I'm going to say between all our running backs, another 4. And then I'm going to say between all our receivers, kickoff returns, punt returns, all that, you know, in the mix as well, I'd say another 2. And I know y'all like, damn, 10 fumbles on the ground? But I showed y'all the stats. I mean, look at these. 8, 17, 19, 21, 15, 19, 15, 16, 11, 19. All right, I'm not going to go through all of them, but all of them are in the flipping 20s or shit. I'm looking at totals. My bad. All right, so I could take that way back. I apologize. So yeah, that makes me feel better because I was like, bro, if I have to give us that many fumbles, there's no way. That was total giveaways. I was thinking the minimum was 8. That didn't look good. It did not look good, bro. So 4 for Gino. I say 2 between our running backs. And throw in, 1 somewhere else. So 6 or 7 fumbles, which would put us tops in the NFL. The least fumble team, the least amount of fumbles was the Buffalo Bills with 2. The next closest team was the Detroit Lions with 3. The Kansas City Chiefs with 3. Shout out to the Chiefs fans, man. Y'all are killing it. I'm getting to the chat. Don't worry. So yeah, man, that's where we're at. And the next closest is 5. So 7 or 8 puts us between 10 or 15 in the turnover range. And I think we can win like that, right? I really think we can win like that. So let me close this and get back to this shit. All right, man. What's good, everybody? Appreciate y'all. Whoa, why is it still on this? Rick Rock in the building. I'll get to all the peeps in the building. 1 second. I got to fuck with this. Why is the chat not up? I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate y'all. Oh, there it is. All right. We good. All right, we good. Chat lives matter. What's the chat got to say? Who's in the building? Sorry I blew y'all off. Got to Raider Ryan. Member for 3 months. I appreciate you, my guy. I'm so excited to see what our secondary looks like. See what our coaches' confidence level are in them. Do we need any veteran presence? I mean, if I'm just looking at right now, I feel like I've said, I feel like they're confident in what we have, or I think they would have made moves. Now, maybe they have a couple questions of, a couple guys, are they going to make the roster or not? But I said it, 2-3 nights ago. I feel like the Las Vegas Raiders already know the 53-man roster. They probably know 40 of it, 47 of it, 45, right? I think they have a pretty good idea. And they're just, as I say that, 2 days ago, a report came out today. I'm not going to say who it was. But one of them sporting networks saying the exact same thing I said. Dude, the Las Vegas Raiders already know who the roster is. Imagine that. No hashtags, so I ain't got to read none of these messages. Sweet. Oh, Tyler doesn't know. My guy Tyler Helton, if you want me to read your comments or if you're replying to something I say, and anybody else in here, please put a hashtag in front of it. If you can't put a hashtag in front of it, something, put RR space. I mean, so I could figure it out. So I know you're talking to me and I don't have to go through all these messages and read everybody talking to everybody else, because nobody wants to hear that. See, there you go. At Raiders Ryan. Appreciate you. Who's still trash? He's a Kansas City Chiefs. Created content. What's up, bro? They still trash. Who's trash? Feel bad, but number 2 in the NFL is still pretty good. Right? I mean, can't complain about number 2. My guy Rick, salute to Raiders Rebel and the Silver and Black Nation family. What's good? Appreciate you. Salute Raider Rebel fam, recovering from oh, what the hell? And Meg's making me dizzy. Just wanted to stop in and drop a like. Well, shit, if you're still in here, man, get well soon. And am I still not following you? Please email me something. Hit me up, man. Let me know how you're doing. IG something. Surgery didn't sound good. Didn't sound good. But at least you're recovering, right? And the meds are working because you're feeling a little dizzy. You got to eat something, man. Eat something. I think we should run the ball with the Kansas City Chiefs, Reb. I think we should. Yeah, I think the Chiefs should run the hell out of the ball. But they got to get some running backs to do it. You know, Hunt's one of those smash mouth guys. And why do I keep forgetting the other running back? Pacheco, Isaiah Pacheco. It's one of my favorite running backs in the NFL. Like, and he's a Chief. I just like his style of running, man. I think the kid's hard nosed, or the man's hard nosed. And if he's healthy again, the Chiefs are always better when he's better. Wanted to stop in and show love. It's all good. Live Rebel. Can't talk. Appreciate you, Hawaiian Candy. Appreciate you. Taylor Kalul, what's good? Appreciate you. Sorry I'm behind in the chat. Trying to catch up. Had a lot of talking to go. And support these. You think Gino's going to be fine? I sure hope so. Chris, my guy, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Just now getting into the chat. Apologize for taking so long. Had to go through some shit in the beginning. Las Vegas is going to make the playoffs this year? Question. That you said it, right? Question. There's a big, huge question mark. But our offensive line has been ranked 18th in the NFL, which is a huge positive. Geno Smith offensive line last year was 24th or 26th in the NFL. You know, if we can keep Geno upright and allow him not to think, I hate to say that. But it's the truth. If he doesn't think, right, if he just gets to his reads, throws the ball, he's fine. But when he starts going through progressions and, you know, thinking back there and running around and throwing on the run, which he's not the greatest at throwing on the run, in my opinion, just my opinion. So, you know, it's a big question, but he has, you know, all the weapons he needs. He has a way better offensive line than he had last year. And some say he's a top five quarterback in the NFL. And I hope to God he is. Look, I pray that I'm wrong. And usually I don't make statements to prove that I'm wrong. I know a lot of guys say, oh, this dude's going to do this, but, you know, prove me wrong. I want to be proven wrong. I don't want to be proven wrong. I want to be right. I want to be right. Right? I want to know, like, I look what the hell I'm talking about. And if you're constantly wrong, you do just look like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. If everything you're guessing on is absolutely just way off and out of the ballpark. But I don't feel like it is, man. I feel like our offensive line is solid, and, you know, Geno can be that guy. He has all the opportunity in the world to prove everybody right that's saying he's a top 10 quarterback. Now, top 5, I don't see our team being that good, but he does have Brock Bowers. He does have Ashton Genty. So the team around him really could make him a top 5 quarterback. And if you don't believe me, if you look at Josh Allen the last couple years, right, he's been, you know, 5, 6, 7. When he finally got an offense around him and a defense that played lights out last year, as we looked for the turnovers, right, Josh Allen is what, top 2 or 3 now? I'm just saying. So it can happen. And we can make the playoffs. But there's a lot that has to happen. This division it's nasty, bro. The Chargers, I know you're a Chiefs fan and you're in a Raiders chat, so you're gonna say the Chargers and the Broncos, you know, are trash. Man, I just don't feel that way. I think Justin Herbert, if you give him weapons and time to throw, with the offensive line he has, they have one of the best offensive lines in football. I mean, literally that offensive line is nasty for the Chargers. So if they can utilize that and keep our front 7 and the rest of the front, you know, 7 off of Justin Herbert, doesn't look good for us, man. With Harbaugh, doesn't look good. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. Look, I'm being honest with you. I think the Kansas City Chiefs going to the Super Bowl this year because the Kansas City, the Chiefs. Oh, they are going to the Super Bowl because they are in building this year. But I want to see Mahomes play more better than last year. I don't see him making it back, man. I don't see him making it back. And here's the reason. It doesn't matter how good your coaching staff is. It doesn't matter how good your team is, right? It doesn't matter how good your quarterback is. Good things only last so long. Luck only lasts so long. And I know you're a Chiefs fan and you're going to hate me for this, but it's obvious to the rest of the NFL and the rest of the world. They had 4 or 5 games that they should have lost from bad calls. 4 or 5. That puts them at 7 losses instead of 2. A whole different team. And then there was a couple of games that, calls throughout the game. Their offensive line being able to move 3 seconds before the line is snapped. And it's on film. It's on film, slowed down, and the ref's not calling it. So, it's coming around where the Kansas City Chiefs are going to have to play football, actually. And I'm not saying they never have, right? Because they're a dynasty. They're a damn good team. But no matter how good you are, you have to have Lady Luck on your side. And Lady Luck has been, hovering around them like a helicopter mom, right? Just everywhere they go, there's Lady Luck, it seems to me, and the rest of the country, right? Because there's a lot of games that a lot of people feel should have went the other way. There's a lot of calls that people feel should have went the other way. And, you say they're in a rebuild. I don't think they're rebuilding. They just signed an offensive lineman to a ridiculous amount of money. And, that was part of the news today that I forgot also. Chiefs offensive lineman signed a $94 million contract, $70 million guaranteed. And then he posts on X, feeling good, ready for the season. Come on. Duh. Bro, you just got 70 M's in your bank account. And you're going to post some stupid shit like feeling good, ready to go? Man, what was you before you got all that money? You wasn't ready to go? I'm glad I don't have players like that on my team. It's a joke, man. We have a lot of those. Every team does. Every team does. But yeah, I disagree with you. I don't want to see Mahomes play better. And I really think their road to the, I feel they could make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to not be in the playoffs, this year. Actually, I think they could not make the playoffs. Right? Let's look at the 49ers. The 49ers had that team on the ropes in the Super Bowl until the fourth quarter, like always. Some questionable calls in that game also. And then the 49ers fall apart, right? Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. They lose Brandon Ayuk. They lose, what's his face that went to the Broncos? The hell's his name? The linebacker that got hurt, came back in, got hurt again. So when you lose pieces like that, it's hard to replace, right? Hard to replace. But the 49ers, they struggled. And now people are predicting them to be back in the playoff race and possibly, in the Super Bowl race or Super Bowl hunt again, because they went and signed Brock Purdy to all this money. A lot of people feel like Brock Purdy is, a product of the system. And what I mean by a product of the system is he's got weapons around him, right? He's got a damn good coach. He was drafted the last, Mr. Irrelevant in the NFL, and he comes out and shows everybody in the world what does he show everybody, right? That even guys drafted in the 6th or 7th round like Tom Brady and Brock Purdy could be those guys? Or does it just show what I've been saying since I started YouTube and my whole life, that these good quarterbacks are not a product of great quarterbackism? They're a product of great systems, great coaches, and great offensive coordinators that put them in the best predicaments and the best situations to win. So You can take okay quarterbacks, mid quarterbacks, and win games, win playoff games, and make it to the Super Bowl. It's been done. Everybody thinks you got to have a first round pick. If you don't draft a guy in the first round, we're not going to make it to the playoffs, right? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Tom Brady's proven that. No, not just Purdy's proven that. There's been many quarterbacks drafted late rounds. Dak Prescott drafted in the 4th round, made a lot of playoffs, right? Hasn't won any. So you don't have to be drafted in the 1st round or have a 1st round quarterback to win in the NFL. But you do have to have a great coach. You do have to have a great offensive coordinator. You do have to have a excellent, experienced coaching staff that knows how to win and knows how to get the best out of their players. And if you have that, you can win with anybody. You can win with anybody. Promise you. So with that being said, man, you know, we seen what happened to the 49ers against the Chiefs. They lost the Super Bowl. They were horrible last year. What'd they win? 5 games? 4 games? I mean, that's bad. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to win 4 or 5 games, because when you got Patrick Mahomes back there, that's at least 5 wins, right? Minimum. Just 4th quarter comebacks because you gave them 30 seconds left in the game. But I see the Chiefs as being one of those teams. Now, they've made it to the Super Bowl before and lost. And it took them a couple years to rebound, right? It wasn't, boom, we're back in the Super Bowl. It took them a minute, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. I'm not the same. Is this? I'm not the same about the team. It's iffy decision to make myself believe again and again throughout the years of mishaps through our franchise, but hopefully we do succeed to the playoffs. You know, determination flows through Gino's veins. I mean, it has to. It has to. He's got the greatest opportunity in his life, the greatest opportunity of his lifetime, sitting at his fingertips. He's never had an offensive line like this. Even when he took over for, when he took over for Russell Wilson. We don't know. Damn, I've been going live too much. My voice is getting fucked up. We don't know for a fact. But he has probably the best running back he's ever had. Right? I guarantee you, I'll put both nuts on it, left and right. He has the best tight end he's ever had. And then you got Jacoby Myers. And then you got all these cats we brought in. So, like I said, Gino should be salivating, bro. He's probably, dreaming every night, waking up smiling with morning wood because dude just had the best dreams of his life, and he should be, right? I mean, the opportunity is there to prove all the naysayers wrong. We heard the story about, they all wrote Gino off and he didn't write back. Well, maybe it's time for him to write back. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Ask a Bum, shout out for the $2 holler, man. I'm sorry it takes me so long to get to it, but I appreciate you. Means the world to me. Raider Nation, Midwest here, much love. Hey, I appreciate you, my guy. Keeping the lights on. The $2 smackaroo. Killer, what's good, man? Good to see you in the building. I appreciate you hitting me up, worrying about me for candy. Makes sense. My niece went to the last WWE at Allegiant Stadium, I think a month ago. But she said Allegiant Stadium is awesome. Very, very smart. I mean, come on, it's the greatest stadium on earth right now. There's not one better. Raiders, Furpo in the building. Rebel always blind to the chat. No, I can read the chat. I just can't read the chat when I have to do shit for y'all, right? I don't have a monitor. I keep telling y'all. It's a computer and a camera. That's my setup. That's my setup. I'm born with Down syndrome. I don't like Taylor fuck. You're not a Swiftie? Come on, man. Joseph, what's good, my guy? Fuck the Chiefs. That's rude. No, but yeah, fuck the Chiefs. That's my opinion and my feelings about it. So what makes you not a Swiftie fan, my guy? And I appreciate you pulling him up, man. You know, I ain't trying to give you no speech or nothing, but shout out to you, man. You know, we can't control things that happen in life, and it seems like you got it handled, man. I like your opinions. You got damn good thoughts, and you're not a Swiftie fan. If you were only on the dark side, you'd be all right. You'd be all right. Nah, I'm just messing with you for real. All right, so I'm caught up to the chat. None of y'all can talk shit. Every post that is posted from now on will be read by your boy Raiders Rebel. You don't like her music? She's trash. You just don't like country? Are you from Kansas City? Are you just a Chiefs fan? Is Mr. Swift going to retire this year? I believe Mr. Swift retires this year. And I wouldn't put it past him taking her name. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't come look for me, Travis Kelce. You don't want none of that. But yeah, man, he retires this year. Have you seen the dude? Right, like 2 years ago, you seen his outfits, what he was wearing. It looked like he, was trying to be Eminem, right, with his swag button-up shirt with a shirt and some baggy-ass shorts, looking all hip-hop. Now all of a sudden he's all proper, got some button-up shirts on. Damn, y'all hear the thunder? Hey, if my internet goes out or if this stream ends, much love, appreciate y'all. Raiders! I'm going to get that in now, but I'm going to go until it goes. Because I've seen it flash a couple times already, and the thunder is loud. But you know how we do here. Until you boot me off this bitch, I ain't going nowhere. Also, you are a bandwagon Taylor Swift fan. Who, me? I'm not a Swiftie fan. I'm not a Swiftie fan. My face is sunburned. Damn, bro. I mean, she got no songs that I like. I can't think of any. I like country music. I ain't gonna lie to that. I do listen to some country, but not Taylor Swift. And now I don't even think she's country. Isn't she like more hip hop now? What is on my glasses? It's Taylor Swift bandwagon. Man, what are they gonna do when Travis Kelce retires? How are they gonna get fans in the stadium? It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. So have you been to Tyler? Have you got to go to a Kansas City Chiefs game? Tell me your greatest Kansas City Chief moment. If you got to go to a game. Lives in Arizona and is a Chiefs fan. Sounds like a bandwagon to me. Furbo. Oh, you live in Arizona. I didn't read that shit. I'm horrible. So. Still, have you been to a Chiefs game? Furpo, read above. Read above, my guy. About to go 4-13 again. Eugene is god awful. What? Relocators have many moves as they do titles. Another 28th ranked defense. Are you talking about my Raiders? Come on, man. You gotta be smoking some good shit, bro. Pass that this way. I'll send you to Addy. Pull up. Come smoke with me, bro. Come smoke with me, my guy. Because whatever you got is fire. It's gotta be. You think the Raiders will have a 28th ranked defense? With Max back? With Malcolm Kuntz? With Jeremy Chin added? 3 linebackers for the price of 1? Come on, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. I know the Eugene as Geno Smith. I know his full name. Speak on it, my guy. Speak on it. Why do you feel like Geno Smith is god awful? I gotta hear this. And if you want to come on the show, I'll send a link. Cause tell the people in the building. Why do you feel Eugene Smith is god awful? So what year did you become a Kansas City fan? Grandpa Swift? What the fuck are you talking about? I have never, ever, ever, ever been a Kansas City fan. Or a Broncos fan. Or a Chargers fan. Or a Seahawks fan. You love the team, you've been a fan since forever? Nice. Well, man, hopefully one day you get to go to a Kansas City game, bro, if you haven't been already. And, you live in a group home, you said? Chewy, what's good, my guy? What's good? Raiders. All right, man. So, what else I got to talk about? Oh, what else did I have pulled up? I had two more things. But I got to make sure it's on the right side. Average. Okie dokie. Alright, so let me pull this up. We'll get into this. We'll break this down real quiznik. And then I'm going to hop off here. Sweat like a faggot eating a hot dog in front of his parents. Boy, it is hot as hell in here, man. Golly, when it rains, it gets so humid, bro. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Absolutely redonkulous. Alright, what can y'all see? 76.2. That ain't gonna work. I don't even know what the hell that means. Alright, where the fuck is the touchdown shit at? Alright, here we go. I don't know why everything wants to move on me. So, man, these are the touchdown leaders last year. Now, I'm going to give you mine right off the rip if you weren't in here last night and you missed it. This is them. So, I had Trey Tucker with 3 or 4 touchdowns. Same as he had last year. Jacoby Myers had 4 last year. I gave him 6 this year. And I gave Dante Thornton 5. And I know y'all think I'm crazy. But look at the way we use Jacoby Myers. 5, 10 yards, slants, short routes. He did have 12 plays, 12 big plays. If y'all know what big plays are, they're over 10 yards in the air. So he did have 12 of those. But other than that, there are many... mostly all of them were short yardage and, yards after the catch for Jacoby. Dante Thornton is going to be a totally different story. He's fast. He's going to run a lot of slant routes. He's going to run a lot of post routes. He's going to run a lot of corner routes and probably a whole bunch of go routes, right? Mainly go routes is what I'm thinking, and slants. So I give him 5 TDs. Tommy Millott, depending on how much he gets in the game, but if he becomes that 4th or 5th receiver, which he'd have to be the 5th. If he becomes that 5th guy that they use on reverses and shit like that, I'm going to give him 2. The rest of the other 3 receivers, we don't know who they are, so I'm going to give him 3 total. You love the Los Angeles Dodgers too? Shout out. Well, at least you got one team right, my guy. Big Mike. Oh, Mr. Guy too. Brock Bowers, I'm giving 10 touchdowns to this year. He had 5 last year. Only 5. I'm doubling that number, but I think the rest of the production might drop just a little bit, yo. Might drop tiny bit. Michael Mayer, Big Mike. Michael Mayers. I got him with 2 tutties. Ashton Jeanty, out of the backfield, I got him with 2 tutties. Raheem Mostert, I got him with 5 out of the backfield. I think he's going to be the one that gets most of the receptions. If Dylan Labe gets any play time, I'd give him 2 or 3 touchdowns because out of the backfield, the dude's explosive. You know, he has good vision. He's small. He can get himself skinny. He can squeeze through shit. He just got to hold on to the ball. And I know he's going to make this team, or at least I feel pretty good about it, but it's not going to be as a running back. More than likely, it's going to be special teams, and he's going to have to earn them reps, right, in preseason, but I feel he will. So that's what I got. I got 10, 20, 32, 36, 37, 38, 43 touchdowns. Y'all can say I'm dogging on Geno all I want, but I feel he can do it. He had 31 last year. He has way more weapons. He's not going to be under pressure. When he's under pressure last year, this is a stat. Go look it up. You know I always throw y'all good stats, right? That's why the sign is up there. Tip your Raiders plug. For all your Raider info, like, subscribe, follow, share the live, tickle the NOTI to turn on the notification bell so you're notified when I drop, fire ass content and takes like this. So Geno Smith under pressure last year, 7 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I told y'all he's no good under pressure. He has to have a clean pocket, and he's really not great at throwing on the run. If you look at his play action throws, read option throws, his numbers are way down. His highest numbers are standing in the pocket, throwing the ball 30 yards down the field. Those are his highest yardage and completion percentage. Anywhere else, it drops. But I think it's going to be different this year. He's going to have a better offensive line. He's going to have more targets. He's going to have guys that don't drop the ball, like Jacoby Myers, like Brock Bowers. The rest, they'll come along. Yeah, but how long is forever? Who has a quarterback when you become a KFC fan, Tyler? Good shit, Furbo. Furbo's on fire tonight, bro. Raiders suck. Brady owned them as a player. Get out of here with that nonsense, bro. Come on. If you're going to come in my chat and talk shit, at least know what you're talking about. Do you know how many times Brady and the Raiders played? He owned us. Fuck out of here, bro. Now owns them as an actual owner. That's the only owning he has. He never owned us. He has a tuck rule that should have been a fumble that should have sent us to the next round of the playoffs and the Super Bowl. But, it is what it is, my guy. Thanks for the comment. But come with some better stats, bro. At least know what you're talking about. He prevented them from acquiring Matthew Stafford for Geno Smith. Okay, now we'll talk. We'll talk about that. I'll stop right here. So you're right. But only partly right. Because Matthew Stafford didn't want to be a Raider, bro. He didn't want to be a Raider. Geno did not stop him. Matthew Stafford declined Brady's offer. I mean, what are you talking about? How old are you? Like 5, 12? Come on, man. All you gotta do is read shit. It's not that hard if you can read. But you're wrong. Brady never owned the Raiders. He owns part of them now, a very, very small percentage. And he didn't prevent us from getting Matthew Stafford. What prevented us from getting Matthew Stafford was the Rams having a way better team at the time, a way better coach. I guess we already had Pete Carroll. Okay, not way better coach. But, and they offered him more money. He already knows the team. You have the quarterback whisperer over there, right, as a head coach. I mean, none of that is correct. Absolutely none. I'm calling bandwagon for Tyler. Froggy has been your quarterback since you have been a KC fan, right? Well, Furpo, does that really make you a bandwagon Chiefs fan? If he only started liking them when Patrick Mahomes got there? Greg Brower, what's good? What's good? All is well. I appreciate you. You guys enjoyed fourth in the West again. Yeah. Well, who's your team? Who's your team, bro? Who's your team? And we still yell, Raiders! All day, every day. Alex Smith and Matt Castle and Joe Montana and Mahomes is the GOAT. Okay. So maybe he did start liking him. I mean, a lot of people did when Joe went over there, right? Didn't Joe Montana play for them for a minute? Laughing my ass off. Tripping, you looked up Gino and answered. Wait. Who looked up Gino? Stop. I'm sorry, Tyler. Mahomes didn't come close to the GOAT yet. No, he's got a long ways to go. Carlos, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you, my guy. Y'all sneaking in on me when my screen's small and I can't see the chat. Geno Smith. Has never won a Super Bowl, you're right. And, man, I don't know if he will unless he does it in the next 2 or 3 years. That's his best opportunity. That's his best opportunity. Oh, shit. Y'all are clowning in here. Not gonna troll or anything. Nah, you good, my guy. You good. Rosetown, what it do, my brother? What it do? Raider fans showing class. He's trolling a kid with Down syndrome in the chat, coming in here to represent. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all got no respect. No respect. Tyler, I don't think you know the meaning of GOAT. I mean, it shouldn't be Tom Brady. It shouldn't, really. It shouldn't. You got a perfect situation, a perfect head coach, offensive coordinator that knows how to run an offense, not a team. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, Brady did go to the Bucs and win another Super Bowl, so I can't say shit about Brady. If he would have never left New England, then I would have questioned it, right? I would have questioned it. Perfect story. You know, everything, I don't want to say fell into his lap, but he was drafted to a good team, had a good quarterback behind him in Drew Bledsoe, right? A solid quarterback with massive NFL experience, who was, you know, in the top 10 quarterbacks in the league top 10, top 15, I want to say top 10 at that time in the league behind Drew Bledsoe. And he got to sit a year, right? He got to sit for a whole entire year. He played one game his rookie year. Unlike, you know, Aiden O'Connell and guys that get thrown into the fire their rookie year, drafted in, you know, 4th, 5th, 6th round. So Brady had a whole year of sitting. He got to play one game. And then when he got his chance, man, he shined, right? He shined. But like I said, when you have everything and you're only missing one piece for a franchise, I don't know, man. Yes, he's the GOAT if you look at the Super Bowl rings. But I feel like we're looking at the same, you know, situation with Purdy, a guy that drafted at Mr. Irrelevant, has already taken his team to the playoffs every year but last year, right? And twice to the Super Bowl, I think. So, yes, they didn't win them. But I believe there's way better teams in the NFL right now than when Brady was around, right? There was good, decent, solid teams. But I think the NFL is has a lot more solid teams, right? I think their division, I mean, come on, look at their division. They destroyed their division every single year, right? The 49ers pretty much destroy their division every single year. That's because it's not just the quarterback, man. It's a complete team. So I don't know. But yeah, Super Bowls, definitely the GOAT. But would he be that GOAT, man, if he was drafted somewhere else? We'll never know. The fact that he did go to Tampa and win there, but come on, you went to Tampa with a guy like Mike Evans, who's had 1,000 yards every single year of his career in the NFL for 10 years, right? You went to a team that Spytek was the assistant general manager, and we've seen what Spytek has done for the Las Vegas Raiders since he's been here. He brought in everything Tom Brady needed to succeed. You know what he's done for the Las Vegas Raiders? Brought in everything Geno Smith needs to succeed. Just saying. Bro, I just need to tell you something about my family members and Green Bay Packers. My dad is a big Denver fan. Oh, y'all got a rivalry going on over there, huh? So your dad is a Donkeys fan. You're a Queefs fan. Is your mom a Chargers fan? Because that would be the ultimate house rivalry, bro. That'd be great. But just y'all two. So how do I ain't trying to pry in your life, but when the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos play, do you get to watch the games with your father? Or do you see your dad? I'm prowling, bro. Don't answer those questions. I'm being nosy. Let's get back to football, man. Y'all got me distracted as fuck over here. So, somebody asked me yesterday, right? Because I gave my numbers of the touchdowns I thought we were going to have. And, you know, I just told everybody Brock Bowers is going to have the most on the team with 10. And I think the next closest guy is Dante Thornton Jr., but man, I hope I'm wrong. Right? I hope some of these guys have some big numbers, but I feel like we're just gonna run the shit out of the ball, cram it down people's throat, and I feel like that's gonna be our identity, right? I feel like we don't have an identity yet. The Raiders are still searching for that identity, right? Are we gonna be a defensive team? Are we gonna be an offense first team? Are we just gonna outscore everybody, or are we gonna be able to hold teams, you know, to under 20 points and win by scoring 21? Are we going to be that kind of team? That's a lot of questions. We don't know. But somebody asked me yesterday who was the leading receivers last year. And we'll start with this. Jamar Chase. 17 touchdowns. Led all the NFL. Next up, closest, was Terry McLaurin with 13. Another 1,000-yard season, and the Washington Commanders still have not signed this guy. Why isn't every team in the NFL picking up the phone right now and trying to call the Washington Commanders for Terry McLaurin? What the hell is wrong with these guys, bro? At what he's making, even what he's asking, 36 mil a season? Come on, man. Pay the dude. We paid Devontae. Pay this man. Let him be the dude for a long, long time. Next up on the list is Armand St. Brown. 12 tutties. Next up, the man I talked about in Tampa Bay, right? That helped Tom Brady win the Super Bowl. Mike Evans, 11 touchdowns. Next up, and this is why I say Brock Bowers should have 10 touchdowns or more, because the 5th most touchdowns scored in the NFL last year by one person receiving was by a tight end. No, it wasn't Kittles. No, it wasn't Travis Kelce. You know who it was? Mark Andrews. Didn't he just get cut by the Ravens? Hey, will you hand me one of them orange drinks? Please? Word. Appreciate you. So, the 5th most individual touchdowns scored by a receiver last year was Mark Andrews. This is why I feel like Brock Bowers is going to be top 5, 6, whatever. I hope top 5 and above in touchdowns this year in the NFL for the Las Vegas Raiders, with Geno Smith throwing them the ball. Next up on the list is Justin Jefferson. Some say the best receiver in all the NFL. He had 10 touchdowns. Now, I heard people in my chat yesterday saying Jacoby Myers was going to have 8 to 10, Brock Bowers with like 100, and Trey Tucker with like 6 to 8. Shout out to my guy LVR, man, but those are crazy, crazy numbers, dude. I'm sorry, but Jacoby Myers is and never will be a Justin Jefferson, a T. Higgins, a Brian Thomas Jr. He doesn't have the speed to get off. I mean, he runs great routes. He has hands like glue. But the speed, the separation, all that shit is never going to be like these top guys right here. Next guy would be Nick Westbrook with 9. Fuck, from Miami? Miami's Nick Westbrook? Wow. 10th on the list was Rashard Bateman from Baltimore with 9 touchdowns. Next up was Drake London from Atlanta with 9. Jordan Madison with 9. Devontae Adams with 8. Y'all clowned on Devontae Adams and said we needed to get rid of him. You know where he's still rated? Top 17 wide receiver in the NFL. And I think that's low. He's going to be probably top 10 easily with Matthew Stafford throwing him the ball. Easily. So Devontae Adams still had 1,063 yards. So all that talk about Devontae Adams, y'all need to stop, bro. Stop. Diva or not, the man still does his job. You just got to get him the football. And if we would have kept Devontae Adams in the fucking building with Aiden O'Connell and Brock Bowers right now, do you know where this football team would be? Do you have any idea? Come on, man. Devontae would have made Aiden a great quarterback. He was already turning him into a damn good quarterback. Devontae talked about it himself. We have a quarterback that's developing. We're starting to build chemistry. He's starting to know my timing, know my routes. And when that happens, you know, and the dude comes out of his shell, Devontae said Aiden O'Connell was going to be that dude. So, but we got rid of him. And who would know quarterbacks better than Devontae Adams? Still tearing it up at 33. Juju Smith, Miami, 8 touchdowns. George Kittle's 8 touchdowns. Cortland Sutton, a donkey, 8 touchdowns. Damn. Devontae Smith with 8. Quentin Jackson from the Chargers with 8. Marvin Harrison Jr. Damn, Marvin Harrison Jr. did not have a great year. 53% catch. Only 855 yards, but the dude still racked up 8 touchdowns. That's 3 more than Brock Bowers, man. This just goes to show you how horrible our offense was ran last year, how bad our coaching was, and what a difference it's going to be this year. Mom is a Scams fan. Pops and sis are Aints fans. Damn. My father hates sports, all sports. My mother can't stand sports, all sports. My sister can't stand sports, any sport. None of my brothers like sports. I have 5 of them. My family's not a sports family. And then you have me, that black sheep of the family. And then you have, where'd that number go? Jalen McMillan, Zach Ertz, another tight end. So yeah, man, those are the leaders. Las Vegas Raiders, 25 players, nowhere on that list, not even close. So yeah, man, that's what we have. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. We're going on 2 hours past my bedtime time limit. I appreciate y'all spending your time with me, sticking out this long. Like, subscribe, follow if you're over on Facebook. Man, I appreciate you rocking with me. If you haven't already, come over here and subscribe to the channel, because I don't know how long I'm gonna be on Facebook. You know, if people ain't watching over there but one or two, it slows down my shit on this side. Having, you know, computer running 2 systems, so if it ain't working, I might just shut it off over there. But if y'all are over there, anybody's watching over there, let me know. I'll keep it on. But I'm gonna leave you with this, man. What trade should the Las Vegas Raiders go get? What position do we need? And I'm gonna give you the quick rundown, right? The very quick rundown. We need a right guard. That is my only problem. Can Caleb Rogers come out and be that guy in year 1? Ask yourself that. I believe he can, right? We've seen JPJ do it. We've seen DJ Glaze do it. We've seen Brock Bowers do it, right? We've seen these rookies come in and be the man, you know, when they weren't even supposed to get any play time, right? They're supposed to develop and learn from the guy in front of them. That didn't happen. They were thrown into the fire. For JPJ, right? He played not 1, not 2, but 3 positions. Left guard, right guard, and center. He is finally, for the first time in his lifetime, focused on one position, center. When you have a guy that's had to focus on 3 positions his whole entire career, life, whether it's high school, whether it's peewee, whether it's college, he's never had one solid position for a whole entire season that he can just lock down, lock in, and focus on. Well, he has that now. It is center. JPJ is my sleeper this year. He's going to be crucial to this team, and I think he's going to be the biggest part of this offense, right? If he plays well, if his grades are high, you know, if his penalties are low, I believe this offense is 10 times better than people think. But if he struggles this year, if he gets a lot of penalties and causes, you know, from stupid mistakes, or, you know, if we get the ball snapped when the quarterback is not looking and shit like that, it could be a problem. And this team offense could be very, very bad. So our offense is ranked 18th in the NFL. We will talk about that. I feel like that's about right. I feel like, you know, somewhere in there. Hold on, because I didn't pull this up. You know, I feel like we're somewhere in there. Last year, I think we finished in the top 10 passing, pass blocking defense. Run blocking was still absolutely ass. We couldn't run. We couldn't do anything. But this year, obviously, that's different, right? The line, like I said, it started to come together. They started to gel. Once we had a couple games, you know, with the same guys in there, and they started to learn each other. They started to play, you know, with each other. When you know what people are going to do next to you, when you trust the guy next to you, it makes a big, big difference playing offensive line, right? If you don't know the guy next to you can do his job, you're constantly looking over your shoulder to make sure he did his job, right? To try to protect your quarterback, because that's your job also. And when you're doing that, you know, you can't always be 110% focused on your guys. So I think it's going to be a big difference. They need to get this offensive line situated now. We need now. By the time we end camp and preseason starts, we have to know who the offensive 5 is, who the backups are, and I think that is crucial to this season. And if we don't, man, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. O-line ranking 2024. Enter. Chiki chiki wa. All right, so offensive line rankings last year. Hey, that's a nice ass picture. I like that. I'd say that. Offensive line rankings last year. The Las Vegas Raiders 4-13 campaign. Where the hell's the ranking? Okay, roll. The Las Vegas Raiders offensive line was ranked 23rd best in the National Football League. While 23rd may seem like a low ranking, it may be a positive one considering how poorly the unit played at times the year before, right? The Raiders particularly struggled against the blitz. particularly, I can't even say that word. It's a total understatement. They were dog shit against the blitz. Horrible. With a 46.6 pressure rate, 28th in the NFL. Not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it. So, people have high expectations for this offensive line. Last year we were 23rd. They have us ranked 18th this year with Alex Kappa supposedly starting at right guard. I have problems with this ranking. I have problems with this ranking a lot. I don't feel we're that high with Alex Kappa at right guard. I don't feel we're that high if Dylan Parham, has to play left guard. Now, I feel we are that high if we do what we should do. And I feel the line should be as follows. Colton Miller, Jordan Meredith, and or Dylan Parham. And hear me out before y'all hit me up in the chat. Dylan Parham, JPJ, Jordan Meredith. He played his best football of his career at right guard. I don't know what we're doing in this organization with bringing in Kappa to wait for Rodgers' development when you have Jordan Meredith sitting right there, who was an 80 grade, 82 grade pass blocking, 80 grade run blocking. PFF, that's high rankings, right? And then DJ Glaze. That's who I would go with. Or my other solution is if, Caleb Rogers takes that leap early and shows that he could be the man that DJ Glaze was last year, and JPJ, and come in as a rookie and compete for a job, and hold it down, right? Be an anchor over there on the right side as a rookie, then obviously it's Colton Miller, it's Jordan Meredith, it's JPJ, it's Caleb Rogers, and it's DJ Glaze, the mule DJ Glaze. Now, with those, if those are our offensive line, I think 18 could, is about fair until we prove different, right? You're not giving shit in the NFL. You have to earn everything, and we haven't earned anything. When you look at those numbers, 46% pressure rate, 28th in the NFL. Yet they are a group that had that were more solid when just having to handle 4 or fewer pass rushers. So when there's no blitz and they only had to handle their man, right, the front 4 or maybe 5 pass rusher, they were 31.6, 13th in the NFL. Not great, right? Not great. But what that tells me is with Colton Miller healthy, with JPJ a whole year training at a position, right? We forget that JPJ last year missed all of camp with a shoulder injury and a head injury and whatever else they said, right? Which I don't know how he got a head injury in a no contact mini camps, rookie camps. I don't know how you get a concussion. That scared the hell out of me, and I'm sure it scared the hell out of the nation with him having a concussion with no physical contact at all. That was not a great sign for us. So I don't know why I'm still on that screen. Give me a second. So yeah, so that's where we were 23rd last year. I think that's, that's a big ask for us to be any better right off the bat. I'm good with 18, but I feel we could be better. I feel like somewhere around, 12, 13, 14, 12, 13, 14. I think that should be, our range. And if our offensive line is that good, we're a playoff team, right? In my opinion, if our defense is what they're supposed to be. But if it's 18th, I think we're still in a wild card hunt, right? Where it could be one or two, one game away. And that scares me. Unleashing Raider, what's good with the $5 holla. Good live, Rebel. Appreciate you. Take care, Greg Brewer. What's good, my guy? Just can't wait for the season to start. Family football gatherings, watch the games. Awesome season coming up. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Family's a great thing, right? To watch the games, talk shit with your peeps. It's a damn good thing. All right, man. So that's where I'm at with that. Unleashed Raider, you are the shit. You keep the lights on over here, and every penny helps and keeps me motivated to do this. It doesn't matter about the money. It's just the thought, right? The thought that counts. So it shows me that y'all, rocking with me, picking up what I'm putting down. Y'all are interested in what I gotta say, so I appreciate it. But I'm gonna leave you with this: do the Raiders need to make some moves at offensive line, right guard? Do they need to bring in a veteran center? And if so, who? Leave in the comments after the video is over. Please pop back in, hit a like, leave a comment. It helps this algorithm grow. It helps get me in the algorithm, which I'm not even in. I'm totally out of the loop. So if y'all could comment on my videos afterwards, I'd appreciate it. It means a lot. It gets other people to comment. Ask a question, talk shit, whatever you want to do. Make fun of me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Unleashed Raider with the $3 tweeter. What's good? What's good? Peer character with lovey-dovey eyes blowing red hearts in the air. What? Was that like a prompt? Was that a prompt for your fucking? Was that a prompt for your emoji? What the hell, bro? Frank Weber, what's good, my guy? What it do? You're a little late. We about to roll off. But I appreciate you pulling up. So yeah, I'm gonna give you with this. Do the Raiders. What moves do they need to make? Let me know in the comments. If you're a member to the channel, hit me up on that hotline, right? Let me know your mailbag, what questions you want asked on the show. We will do it every Monday. Monday Night Scrutiny. We'll be back when the season starts. We might, start in we'll start in preseason with Monday Night Scrutiny. It was a sticker. That's weird. It just said, here, this is what it said. Oh, you see what it says. I guess it's given prompt now on YouTube how to make a sticker with a smiley heart. but yeah, man. So my guy, Taylon Burks, Arkansas Razorback, 6'4", 240-something pound, wide receiver, DK Metcalf style. Still has a little motor in the tank. Has not done good. He's been a first-round bust since he was drafted by the Tennessee Titans. And rumors are that they might be looking to move on for him. Do the Las Vegas Raiders make a phone call, which this was before Jack Bech was signed, that I was talking about this, but still, with a guy like Taylon Burks, with his height, his size, his physicalness, first-round pick. There's a reason he was a former first-round pick. He absolutely killed it in Arkansas with my Razorbacks. Woo! Pig suey. Do the Raiders pick up the phone call and try to bring in a Taylon Burks to give Geno Smith one more weapon? My answer is yes. If it's for a 7th-round pick or for somebody that's not going to make this roster, that they don't know if he's going to be released or not. If you could throw some of those guys one guy out there and trade for a Taylor Burks. I think he brings a dynamic to the red zone that we don't have, right? He's a red zone threat, a big, tall, physical guy, and when you put him just on our team as our sixth receiver, right? To me, I think this receiver room would be absolutely flipping nasty, bro. With Taylor Burks, former first round, Jacoby Myers, now Best just signed with Thornton and Trey Tucker. That's nasty, bro. That's a nasty lineup. So let me know. Do y'all feel like we need to go get a wide receiver? Do you feel like we need to go get a corner? Let me know in the comments when this is over. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Join me tomorrow. Maybe a little earlier. Hopefully earlier than 9:30. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Rocking with me. I rock with every single one of y'all. Heavy. Y'all my real ones. Peace. Raiders. Just win, baby.